Hi, it's Marcus from the Bain clan, and also from Wayitis music. Recently, I put a new recording out on YouTube on the Wayitis music channel. Some years back, I did some Ascension music, which, for those that know about that, I was actually given the task to write some music, perform some music, and then just sing what comes through after you've tuned in and basically channel the lyrics. And those recordings were all about the message. My voice isn't brilliant, and but it was all about getting the message across about what the lyrics were about. Of course, today a lot of people are aware of this, but a few years ago they weren't as aware of these messages. And so it was important to put them out there, even if people don't watch them. It's putting it into the ether that's important. And this is why we do these things. We put it out into the ether, and so they're picked up. They're put into the consciousness of us all. And a few days ago, I was in a channel meeting with my wife. Some star beings came through that gave me a message that said, "We've got this message for you." And I knew what they meant. They actually, it's happened to me a few times. I'm being given data, if you like, information that I will use in the work that I do. And this information was to do with sound. It was to do with, this is what they told me, it was to do with how sound can affect us, basically. And the funny thing was, the next day I recorded some music, and it was like acid dance music. It just came into the scope of things right away. I hadn't planned it. I was going to record some chilled music and something I could, just be in that nothingness with. And yet, the music that came up in this recording that I produced was nothing like that. It was real hip hop dance stuff, or acid jazz or whatever they call it. I don't know. But it's the stuff that people usually drop tablets and dance for hours and end to, which I actually like. I like that sort of music. And I did this music only a few minutes long. And then the next day, I hadn't finished mixing it or producing it properly. But the next day, I was watching some videos on YouTube, and this advert came on that I found very interesting. I started watching it. It was going on and on and on for ages. And it was one of those things where you get the idea that by the end of it, in an hour or two, it was going to say, if you buy this product from us, we will guarantee, whatever. And I knew it was a sales pitch, really, or it felt like it was going to be a sales pitch. But nevertheless, the information was enthralling. I couldn't stop listening to it. And I listened to it for ages and ages. And what they were talking about was, it was about the Russians started doing this actually in the 70s. They've been working on this stuff for a long time. The Russians have been aware of extraterrestrial stuff, and they've been aware of our abilities for a long, long time. And have been working with people who are psychics a lot longer than we've ever thought of doing that in the West. And so I think the Americans have got the idea that the Russians are doing this. They're doing remote viewing and raising their consciousness to do this, that, and the other. We better join it in and do the same. So that's what they did. They experimented with various things. And one of the things this video was talking about was to help people become remote viewers and to help them raise their consciousness to do other things, which it didn't really go into detail. But the fact that it was about raising your consciousness meant they were aware of that and what that would mean to people being able to do things. People, they emphasize, people would be able to co-create, if you like. They could manifest things. And what the chap was talking about in the end was how we are living in this matrix that is controlled, which some of us are aware of, and how we can get out of that just because we have raised our consciousness. And of course, so many of us today have done this. We've raised our consciousness to fourth dimension, fifth dimension, however way you want to look at it, and above. And once you start doing that, you start finding ways to make things happen, finding ways to produce what you need in your life to happen for you, finding ways to control your life, not be controlled in your life. And that's basically what it was about. Now, I don't really want to get too deep into this. So I watched this video, and in the video, he was talking about someone had given him this sound tape, a tape with sound on that was going to help him raise his vibration. And that's what this tape did. And this tape raised his consciousness. And not only that, but the sounds on this tape did something which is really, really important for us right now. And it was helping to decalcify his pineal gland. And for us who are in the spiritual worlds, the pineal gland is a very important channel for us, a very important chakra for us to connect with those higher beings and with our higher realms. So we need to open that more and more. And this is the work that I and others do. We help people do this on a daily basis. Anyway, this video was saying, that's just what's happening here. This is opening that up. And I thought, wow. I wonder if my music is doing that, because I can't stop listening to it. And I definitely feel something. So the next day I produced more of the music and produced the music more, I should say, and I mixed it down more. And I actually realized there and then that this music was what the guides were telling me I was going to do, and I'd just done it. And I put that out there now. It's on YouTube, on the Wayitis music site, for those that want to hear it. So have a listen. See if it helps you. I personally love to dance to this type of music, so I can't stop myself dancing as well. But it's certainly worth a listen. It's only 3 minutes, so under 3 minutes. So it's not hard to listen to. It is quite loud if you're not used to this sort of music. I would start with it on low volume until you get used to it. But it's not about the music. It's about the vibration of the sounds that you're picking up that is helping us to change our vibration through resonance, actually. That's all for today. Have a listen. See how you feel afterwards. Have a few listens. See how you feel. This could help you open up to an even higher vibration than you have up to now. Namaste.